Well, welcome to Wind Funnel, and some of the facilities here at the Chicago Grand Prix are fantastic. So I've asked Dan Margetta, who's going to be the guest here on Wind Funnel, to join me here at the pool table. I mean, come on, what could be better than that to, have a little game before you go out and race? Help you relax, before you get there on the streets of Chicago?
Well, I'm really bad at pool. I can't play pool. It doesn't have a steering wheel, so I can't play it. See, I used to do this in college. We used to skip classes and go down and play pool, and I lost 15 games in a row. And then I said I can't play pool. But so if I'm bad here, I'm pretty good on the racetrack because I can't be as bad as there.
Okay, so it's the inverse. The worse you are at this. All right, well, let's see what happens here. I'll start. We already broke, so we'll see if I can get. Oh, here's the ball right here in the corner. Side pocket. No, I can't even do that either. So now your season has been going very well. You won a couple of races already this season, and you are right in the hunt for the championship. You, Jim Iverson, and Mark Walczak really is what it's come down to. And Iverson not here because of the cheese thing. What do you think about this whole suspension over the cheese sauce?
Well, I like it because he's gone. He's not here, and I got to pick up some points, which I didn't do in the last race. I decided to try to race him, and it didn't work.
A lot of people question that decision.
Yeah.
You went head-to-head with him, and you got clobbered by him.
Right. So what the heck? If he put cheese in his car, great. See you later. Take a seat for a week and let me catch back up. But Walczak's the guy who I let him back in this race.
That's right. Both of you are about 30-some points behind Jim. If either of you come first, second, you'll make up almost all of those points. So this could really tighten things up for the last two races if you do well here.
That's right. I'm kind of hoping that's what happens. I want to see a pretty good fight go down right to the end. That's what this deal is all about. And, if it comes down to it, and we're in Indianapolis, and I gotta beat Mark Walczak for my first title. He's on the outside of me. He might find a wall.
You have been very close to a championship in the past. We know it came down to the HO 500 a few years ago, losing it out to Larry Rotter.
By 1 point.
1 point. You can't get any closer than that.
No, and we'll see where we are in Indy. If we're in it, we're gonna go all out for it. We're in it to win it. So I gotta take a shot here. They're telling me.
All right.
See how much I shoot at.
I don't know. Put the 8 ball on the side pocket there. That'll win the game and wrap up the show here. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Dan Margetta. 8 ball
Walczak.
side pocket. Dan Margetta, and this has been Wind Funnel for the Chicago Grand Prix.
Welcome to Chicago. This is Tony Rick Benjamin along with Mark Jon Beekus, and it's an exciting time for the series because we're on the verge of having potentially a new points leader with Jim Iverson absent from this race because of cheese rules infraction. So John, Mark, or whatever you are here, what is the deal? Why isn't Jim here?
Jim failed post-race inspection. Other teams claim there was some lubricant falling out of his car. They ran his car through tech and found Frito nacho or jalapeno cheese dip coming out, and commissioner decided to suspend him.
And of course, that is against the rules. Oddly enough, for a series in Wisconsin, based in Wisconsin, having the cheese in the wrong place is just not right. But we do have a pretty good field here today, and it's really going to be interesting because this race is sort of a wild card. Anything can happen in Chicago.
Absolutely, anything can happen. I mean, we got so many stars around. Back in Chicago, brings back the HOCC party boy, Tony Perkins. You never know what's going to happen.
That's right. And of course, the winner of last year's race, Dan Margetta, is here. He's a two-time winner. Mark was what?
Mr. Perkins, why did you get an F on his paper?
Oh, well.
I worked really hard on this paper.
See the administrator on that. Now get out of here. We're trying to do a TV show.
I'm going to fail. My parents are going to kick me out.
but Mark Walczak and Dan Margetta expected to be the favorites in this race.
Very well could be. You never know what happens. Larry Rotter's trying to get back into this. Tom Spirit made the finals last week. Anybody can win this race.
And Mark Walczak again in the pink car. Welcome to Chicago. We'll have the racing right after this. Back in Chicago, here's your starting lineup for the Leinenkugel Chicago Grand Prix. Looking down the track on the front row, It's Dan Margetta, the defending race winner, the number 7 Index car. Alongside is Tom Spirit. Don't want any part of him during qualifying. He's got a very fast car in row 1.
Well, I can't even see that car. Well, he's camouflaged. That's Larry Ryder, I think. And that car next to him, I ain't seen that car in a dog's age. I think that's Tony Perkins. Man, where's he been?
Mike Fitzloff in row 3. Alongside is Amy Butler in the other Butler Rotter racing car.
There's a number 11 car, that's Andy Spirit. He looked pretty good. And then there's that dang pink car. Man, that thing just shows up like a bad penny. There it is. Always in the races. That's Mark Walzak.
And in the final row, it's Chris Spirit alongside the other Index car, Mike Kristoff. That's your starting lineup for the Leinenkugel Chicago Grand Prix.
Had our first heat races lined up and ready to go. The winner of this will advance to the Chicago Grand Prix. Teammates on the inside, Larry Rodder in the green, Amy Butler in the yellow. That's Mike Fitzloff in the blue and Mike Kristoff in the red. There they go. Amy Butler stalls on the start. That'll let the lead go to Mike Fitzloff over Mike Kristoff. Fitzloff, Kristoff, Rodder, and Butler early on heat race number 1. The winner advances. Of course, tonight at the end of the heat races, the fastest second place driver will also get a berth into the Chicago Grand Prix. Here in the Windy City, it's Rodder and Fitzloff, but Butler has come storming back. She looks like she will take the lead right now, and it's Amy Butler out front after having a stall on the start. And Mark-Jan Beekus, Amy Butler's had some great runs lately, and it's only a matter of time before she makes the final, but we have a crash here.
Yeah, she's been well so many times, and the way she's just driving possessed today. I think she's going to show Larry who is actually the number 1 driver on the team.
The 3 minutes to go mark in this first heat race, 3:20 exactly to go. Amy Butler continues to lead, looking to make her second ever final. She made one before the Turkey Trot many years ago.
But there have been many times she'd be leading late in the race, and Turtle Creek last year, a tire touch with John Shea, and earlier this year, just threw it off and just missed the finals.
That's right, and lots of anticipation here at the Chicago race because it does produce a lot of surprises. This could be one of them. I mean, Amy has run good enough to make races this year, no doubt about that. It's just circumstances and luck has really seemed to got her. She thought she got a kind of a bad heat draw today with being in the 4-car heat, but looks like she's putting that behind her, and she will be dangerous when she makes the final. 20 seconds out front. The crowd is anticipating it. We're going to keep the draw. Right here, we want to see this reaction because the best part of these things is the reaction. There's no going to a commercial break. I mean, coming out of the car when it's over. In 10 seconds, she can park it right now, and she will make the final. Chicago, you are going to see Amy Butler in your Chicago Grand Prix. Welcome to the Windy City, Amy Butler. You have won the first heat race, and you are in the final. The first one this year, the first one in many years. Definitely, we have a fan favorite. The Cinderella team is right here. It's Amy Butler. Heat race number 1 is done. 2 and 3 are coming up.
Heat race number 2 features your hometown favorite. That's Tony Perkins out there. Then the pink car is one of your points leaders. It's Mark Walzak. And we've also got Chris Spirit running in this one. Now, we saw Amy Butler win the first heat race, so who knows? Anything can happen here. Dan Tommy Kendall in Chicago.
That's right. We saw Amy Butler make the final. How about Tony Perkins in the working man's car? That team comes all the way from Indianapolis, Indiana, and the fans in Chicago love it.
100 starts today for Tony Perkins in his career of HO Champ Car. One of the original seasons, one of the original drivers from the original season of HO Champ Car, and here he is making his 100th start at his home track. And it certainly would be a huge story if he could win this heat race and go to challenge for the win here in the Leinenkugel's Grand Prix of Chicago. Out front right now is going to be Mark Walzak. Won the last race at the Deckert Ring and needs tons of points here to close up the gap on the championship against his teammate Jim Iverson, who of course we've talked about earlier, missing this race due to the suspension to the Fritos Jalapeno Cheese Dip. Second heat race well underway. Mark Walzak leading as he needs to do in order to keep pushing this points race on, but the second place race is what's going to be interesting for that transfer position, because right now we've got Chris Spirit and Tony Perkins doing it out and eyeing the 155 laps that Larry Rodder scored in the first heat race. Of course, the transfer position is wide open so far. If they can score more than 155 laps, they'll be in position to move on to the final. We're running 3 heat races. And Kitty Bo Peep, we're back in Chicago. What do you think about this fabulous racetrack here through the streets of the city?
Oh, you know how I love Chicago. Always such good shopping on that magnificent mile. And to be here in Chicago on St. Patty's Day, well, just call me Kitty O Peep.
Well, we're definitely right in the thick of things here on St. Patrick's Day. Of course, we're taking a look at that Green River that they've dyed right through the middle of the city again. And the lead right now is Mark Walczak. He's out about 3 laps over Tony Perkins, running second, but mostly we're watching the counting of the laps as we count down with the time running down. Is he going to be able to score enough laps to make the transfer position? He's got 10 laps he needs to score with 30 seconds. It's close. 6 laps here are about 3 seconds long. About 3.5. He needs 5 to go in order to pass Larry. There's your leader in the pink car. Time is running down. He needs 3 laps. And how many sections? He has passed it. And there you go. Tony Perkins right now sits in the transfer position, and he's going to continue to rack up the laps in order to see if he can hold on to that. But in the meantime, Mark Walczak does his job and makes the final. All right, we come flying in, looking through the Sears Tower here in Chicago as they line up for the 3rd heat race. Dan Margetta, Tom Speart, Dan Margetta is your pole sitter, but Tom Speart very quick as well. And then we've got Andy Speart running in this one. And look at this. It has been a wild card kind of day. We saw Amy Butler win the 1st heat race, and then Tony Perkins qualify for or at least sitting on the transfer spot. And now it is Andy Speart out front. And I got to tell you something here. Tony Rick Benjamin, what is going on here? In this, is it the Green River, all the beer of St. Patrick's Day that's shaking things up here?
Just the makeup of this track, the layout of the track gives the drivers a real sense of rhythm, and certainly if we had held this race a little bit later on today, after a lot of the green beer had been consumed, maybe that rhythm would have been interrupted. But instead, it's the middle of the afternoon here in Chicago, and these drivers are driving very fast. One of the key things we're going to be looking at in this race is when we get to the halfway point, what the lap totals are going to be. Tony Perkins is sitting on that bubble, waiting to see if he'll advance to the final.
Dan Margetta continues to do what he has to do, which is lead his heat race, put himself in the final along with Mark Walczak and Amy Butler, winners of the previous heat races. And now it's Tony Perkins' turn to sit on the hot seat. There's a 1 minute left in this final heat race, and there you see Dan Margetta's leading by about 2 laps over Tom Speart and Andy Speart. And the question now is, will either of the second place finishers score enough laps to pass Tony Speart for the transfer spot? As they continue to count the laps, Dan Margetta trying to hold off the Speart brothers. And while these guys race down for the finish, are they going to be able to score enough laps? 30 seconds left, and how many laps do they need? They need 10 laps to go in 30 seconds. A spin for Tom right there, coming through the chicane. Oh, there's a spin for Andy now. Either one of these guys may be throwing it away. Another spin for Andy coming through the short chute. Dan Margetta is going to win this heat race. And Tony Perkins has won because Tom Speart did not pass him up. Tony's into the final at his home track. Dan Margetta wins his heat race. Let's talk to the finalists.
Well, I don't think I ever interviewed you before, did I?
No. I haven't been interviewed in a long time. No.
They're all saying you're going to win. They must know something.
I hope they do know something. I want to know it too. I want to see it happen.
Well, you can make it happen because you're going to win the race maybe.
Oh, you think so too?
I don't know too much about anything, but they say you're going to, so maybe you will.
Oh, we're going to go with what they say then.
Wow.
Woo!
Wow, look at all the support. Wow.
I love my fans. My fans are good to me.
Well, good luck.
Thank you. I'll need it.
Hey, Dan, how come no one's calling your name if they call Amy's name?
Because I don't think they want to see me win. They don't want to see Mark Walczak win either. The story is Amy Butler and Tony Perkins. I'm thinking about just taking Walczak out in the first turn and letting those two fight it out because we did what we had to do. We gained up points in Iverson.
Man, that'd be freaking awesome. Hey, I heard this is your 100th start.
Yeah, I've been racing 100 races, and it's been fun each and every one of them. But how about that? You know, I host the race that I do my 100th start. Cool.
If this was NASCAR, you'd probably win this race.
If it was NASCAR, I probably would have won a lot of races by now. But no, this is the HO Champ Car World Series, and it's a much tougher series to win.
Well, I think you got a pretty good chance. You might win this one, so good luck.
Hey, good luck. And good luck to you, too, yeah.
Why is everybody wishing me good luck?
You got to make sure you keep that there. Just like that. Didn't they teach you anything in broadcasting school?
They funked me out after 2 days.
Well, I think you should visit Professor Perkins.
Professor Perkins, yeah, he's pretty smart.
Yeah.
But hey, that Margetta guy said he might wreck you.
I'd like to see him try it.
He offered me $1 to do it. I offered him $1 to do it.
I heard the rumor. He says he's going to take me out in turn 1. Well, he's kind of on the inside. I'm on the outside. The only way for him to do that would be to jump the track and try and hit me. Ain't going to happen.
Wow, that'd be pretty amazing.
Well, yeah, if he tries that, he might end up putting himself on the floor and then maybe get eaten by the beagle.
So can you beat these other 3 people?
I don't know. Amy is absolutely lightning quick. I've got to do what I can to cut in the points on Jim and try and stay ahead of Dan, but anything's possible. We'll see.
Well, maybe the luck of the Irish will be with you.
Well, we can only hope.
Good luck.
Thanks.
It's the Leinenkugel's Grand Prix of Chicago. Tony Perkins, Mark Walczak, Dan Margetta, and Amy Butler. First lap is led by Mark Walczak. Second place, that's Tony Perkins, your hometown favorite. Then a wreck at the far end of the track. Looks like that was Dan Margetta. Oh, there's a spin for Mark Walczak. That pink car still leading, though. Oh, another trouble spot, but he saves it again. All right, the pink car leads the black car first and second. Then it's the blue and white car of Dan Margetta. And then you've got the yellow car of Tony Perkins. That's right, there are no red and white cars. Yay! Yay! The TV crew loves the fact that there are no red and white cars in this final. Oh, Mark has spun, so Amy Butler has taken over the lead. Amy Butler yet to win in this series. We got a couple of chance for a couple of first-time winners here between Amy Butler and Tony Perkins. And then, of course, the championship points lead is going to shrink no matter what happens here. There is another spin around this first turn for, well, there's the leader, Amy Butler, with a spin. So, but Amy continues to hold on to the lead. Hard to see that black car on the black track. That fresh pavement on the city streets of Chicago. And the black car against it. They've all come to drink a lot of green beer. There's the Green River. How do they get that river green?
I think there's some sewage in there. I saw some guys dumping barrels in there before the race.
I thought this was Milwaukee for a minute, looking how green that river was. But no, it's Chicago. Dye the river green. No, that is not the sewage coming out of Miller Park. And Amy Butler continues to hold on to the lead. That black car doing great in the inside green lane. Dan Margetta right there. He's a little over a lap down. The battle in this race right now is for second place as Dan Margetta is trying to hold off Mark Walczak, who's coming fast. Running on the same lap right now in the distance you see on the track. There's Dan in the blue and white, and then the pink car coming into the camera range. Now they're side by side, and Mark Walczak moves into second place. In fact, at the race, at the pace that he's going, Amy Butler may have something to worry about for the final. He still has to make up almost 2 laps. Oh, a spin for Amy now. That's going to be costly. Oh, and a spin for Walczak and also Margetta. Margetta running third, and another spin now for Walczak, while Amy Butler is trying to keep it clean. The crowd chanting for Amy Butler. They are absolutely in the meantime, they watch Mark Walczak trying to close in. There's 2 minutes right now left to go. Is he going to be able to make up these 2 laps in 2 minutes?
Who's going to make the mistake first?
Amy Butler continues to run cleanly out there. And in the meantime, Mark Walczak tries to avoid some traffic. Still very quick, though. That car is fast. In fact, he's coming up to make a 1-lap lead here for Amy Butler, but then a spin for Tony Perkins right there. It's a 1-lap lead for Amy Butler. Now it's less than 1 lap. Time is running down, and Mark is really coming fast now. Time is running. Oh, and a spin, and he just put it on the floor. He pushed it too hard. Mark Walczak just put it on the floor. He was closing. Could have easily maybe even won this race. But instead, oh, he finds himself in 4th place. Oh, a huge mistake. Well, Dave DePortugal catching up with Mark Walczak, and Mark, I've never seen a guy come back so close to catching somebody at the end of a race, and just an unbelievable crash. Do you know what happened to your car out there?
Just pushed it a little too much off the last corner. Time running down. I may have had enough time to catch Amy for the win and give me the points lead, but looks like Jim's going to hold on to it.
You still scored a lot of points. Amy Butler now just needs to hang on for the last few seconds. She was being pushed. Amy has not been in a final in a long time. You'd have thought the big mistake would come from her, but no, it's Walczak who self-implodes here at the Leinenkugels Grand Prix of Chicago. The fans are ecstatic. This place is going crazy. Amy Butler is on the verge of winning her first race. The entire crowd is standing to watch the finish. So we watch the black car circulate. And here we go, and time is up, and Amy Butler is a winner. She gets congratulations from 2nd place Dan Margetta and her teammate Larry Rotter. It's a huge win, and a very popular one on top of that. We're in Victory Circle with Amy Butler, the winner of the Leinenkugels Grand Prix of Chicago. And shouldn't you have one of...
Oh, it's St. Patrick's Day!
It's St. Patrick's Day, and the city is excited because Amy Butler is a first-time winner. Congratulations, Amy.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here.
Now, what did you think was going to really happen? Now, we talked a lot before the race about how you hadn't won a race in a long, in your entire career, but this is huge.
I was hoping for 3rd, maybe, would have been satisfied with 4th, but first, couldn't see it, buying a lottery ticket on the way home.
Race host Tony Perkins is here to present you with the Leinenkugels hand trophy.
That's right. But first of all, of course, from Best Buy, we have the gift certificate for all of the finalists at least on the podium for the Chicago Grand Prix. Here you go.
Thank you.
And from Leinenkugels itself, this is the traveling trophy for the Leinenkugels Chicago Grand Prix. Congratulations, Amy Butler, a history-making day in Chicago.
Yeah!
Quite a finish, very exciting stuff. Of course, you obliterated your teammate. He was very happy for you, obviously.
Yeah. And what else was really exciting? To see Mark Walczak end up on the floor. I have to tell you that.
How much pressure did you feel towards the end of that race? He was coming close.
Oh, man. I just think he got what he deserved.
Ooh, okay, some attitude from the first-time race winner. That is the Leinenkugels Grand Prix. We will meet you again in 2 weeks. We'll be at Turtle Creek for the M&J Real Estate Investments March Madness.
Yeah!
It's a mouthful.
Excellent job, John.